This is the Mooncast.
See you, Space Cowboy.
The man, the myth, the legend. Okay, all right. Let's get this show on the road, man. Let's do this, dude. It's 1 a.m. here, by the way.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Nah, don't be. It's. I had to get this information out to the public, man. This is amazing. And can you state who you are and what you do and why you do what you do?
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, my name is Alvaro Castillo. I'm from El Salvador. I was born and raised in San Salvador, the city of El Salvador. And for the past 2 years, I've been living around the coast of La Libertad. And I came here searching for an opportunity near the coast, right, to live the dream near the ocean. And also because my girlfriend was already living around here, she was working at the hotel. So at the moment, I was like, okay, that's perfect. Let's go. Let's try to look for an opportunity, because I was looking for a job in San Salvador and I couldn't get it, and I couldn't found it. Right, something that I really like, something that makes me happy. And then I saw an opportunity at the hotel in here, like a spot that I didn't want really wanted to be there, but I knew that it was like a way of getting in inside of the all the business and commerce around the coast. So I applied for the position, and I get the job, and I begin to live around here. And for the past year, I've been working in real estate, and it's something that is booming around here right now. And there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of opportunities around this area, and it's like I don't know. This is growing right now. It's just beginning.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy, especially now that Bitcoin's where it's at now. I'm sure you're getting like an influx of requests. It's probably insane right now currently in El Salvador now.
It is. It is. It is. That's other things that with my work, I begin to work really near Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I used to work at a hotel. It's called Garden Hotel, and this was like the first hotel near the area in El Sonte that accept Bitcoin for everything. Like if you want to get a massage, if you want to have some food, anything that you needed, you can pay with Bitcoin. So that was really impressive, and that's why a lot of people were coming. The tourism for Bitcoin began to grow like extremely, and all the hotel was full of Bitcoiners, and also that was amazing. And that was how I began to learn about Bitcoin. I knew that it existed. I've heard with a couple of friends that they were using it, but it was like it's fine for me. Like I just asked like, how much is Bitcoin, and at the moment it was like 5,000. I was like, no, I'm not gonna put 5,000 for Bitcoin, right? I'm not gonna do that. After that, I began learning with all the visitors in the hotel. Mostly they were like they say orange peeling the people. They were like trying to teach them about Bitcoin, and they did the same with me. There was once that a guy just came to a hotel and told me, "Hey, do you have Bitcoin?" And I was like, "No, I don't have." Give me your phone. Okay, I gave him my phone. He just
mm,
downloaded an app, Wallet of Satoshi, right? I knew it
mm,
later. And he told
yeah.
me, okay, now you have $50 in Bitcoin. And I was like, what? Okay, thank
So that
you,
was your
right?
that was your wait, when was that? Was that a few years ago, or like
That was
and
3 years ago, around three
did he
years ago,
use
something.
was QR code was around then, right? With
Yeah,
Bitcoin transactions, yeah.
yeah, it
So
was
you did
QR
QR
code.
code to do.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay.
just he just sent it, right? Like, boom, give it to me and say now you have money. And I was like, okay, perfect. And then a lot of people that
Yeah,
were visiting us in the hotel, they were like teaching me, explaining me how it works, and giving me their recommendations of wallets, where to buy it, how to do it, right? And always also tipping. They were tipping with Bitcoin, and that's
yeah,
something
yeah.
that begin to be really helpful, because at the moment you couldn't pay anything. The first time I was like, I'm gonna buy a frozen from the hotel. I was at front desk, right? I'm gonna pay with Bitcoin. Bam, I pay with Bitcoin, and it felt good. It was nice, and that's how like what I begin like knowing about Bitcoin. I began learning also about cryptocurrencies, and it was amazing because it was because all these visitors, all these people coming, and all these people wanting to teach you. And the thing about Bitcoin is that attracts a lot of brilliant people, like really brilliant people, because to understand Bitcoin or to work around cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, it's really
Yeah.
hard, and it's really hard to get it. So if
Yeah.
someone comes and they give all the information already digested to you, you can just swallow it and understand like Bitcoin for dummies, something like that, right? And that's helpful because I would never sit to read two or three books because I can't concentrate that much. And now that we're talking about this, I have a gift that someone gave me. I haven't finished it,
uh,
but I can. Uh, I don't have it in here, but it was a book that it was.
yeah.
It's called "Thanks God for Bitcoin."
Oh
Right?
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I begin reading it, but I have learned more with other people teaching me. Like I promise.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. You made a great point about you having to understand different verticals within different industries to really grasp Bitcoin at a very, very deep level. Like you need to know cryptocurrency or cryptography. You need to understand cybersecurity. You need to understand governance. You need to understand microeconomics. You need to understand macroeconomics. You need to understand money, the fractional reserve banking system. There's so many different things that you need to understand. Finance, cross-border payments, how they currently work. There's so many different areas of expertise that you need that synergize to make this one beast of Bitcoin. This is why, like, actually, my speculation is that Satoshi is not one person because I just don't think that I maybe I'm just a little bit too pessimistic, but I just don't think that one individual could be that brilliant and that smart at all these different elements. I think it was a team. I do. I think it was a team of individuals and they were very, very good in different elements. One was maybe good at coding, another one was very good with cryptography, another one really good with macroeconomics, another one really good with understanding cross-border payment solutions in the banking system. And I just think because you have to be really skilled in different facets to be able to create a beast that nobody can stop and everybody can participate in. But I don't know what you think about that theory.
Um, I really think that the thing that you really need to know is the history of money, right?
Yeah,
That's the basic
absolutely.
things of everything. Transactions, money. They begin with cacao. They begin to share things. Then the coin. Then the gold. And that's just changing and changing and changing, right? You can find a lot of theories, a lot of people, but if you understand that it's money, it's the new
Yeah,
face of money, right? And that's like for me, it's the easy way to explain it. Someone explained to me like that, and they told me, hey, it's money, just a different way of trading, because right now we have technology that, thank God, we already have technology, and it's
yeah,
helping, and we need to use it. And that happened, like with us, it happened here in El Salvador. Not that much as technology, but we used to have colones, right?
mm,
That was the Salvadorian money, because Cristobal Colon like colonized us and everything, right? So
yeah,
and then we got dollars in 2001. That was a change
yeah,
that a lot of people didn't like older people. They were, I'm never going to use dollars. They didn't had another chance, right? With
yeah,
Bitcoin, they have a chance. But right
yeah,
now, and what I've seen, there's a lot of people, older people, because this is not like it's a new technology, but there's people that they've been working with this 10, 15 years ago, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's, they are working on that. They understand that. So it's gonna happen at the end. Right now we're doing the same thing. We have an app from our bank, right, that we receive money and that we send money, and they like charge us a fee. It's almost the
yeah,
same procedure. So if you come and you explain to one person, hey, it's the same as a bank app, but this is the money, they can pay everything with an app bank, right? And you can pay almost everything like here in El Salvador with Bitcoin. It's the same process, just it's an evolution. And if you can explain that to people like that, it's easier than if you come and say, yeah, it's a cryptocurrency and you have hash, and the hash number and the 00 explodes, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
And I think that
absolutely.
yeah. Tell me.
Yeah,
Go.
I was gonna ask because some people maybe are confused and maybe they don't understand how it works with in regards to the synergies and the hybrid between because it's two legal tenders you guys have between Bitcoin and a dollar, right? Currently, right now, and so basically, if you have like if you're able to get a bank account in El Salvador, how does it work with the synergy between Bitcoin and US dollar? Is it both like installed inside the bank app, and can I then swap BTC to dollars and dollars back to BTC? Can I send money cross border with either with Bitcoin in the app, with also with USD? Can you just break that down a little bit for the audience so they can get a little bit of an understanding how it works?
Yeah, yeah, of course, my friend. Like right now, banks are not working with the hand with Bitcoin. That's something that it's not happening. There's just one app, a governmental app, that they give you the opportunity to send from your account to from your Bitcoin wallet, right, to banks here in El Salvador. It doesn't work that well, right? This wallet is called Chivo wallet. It has take time for it to work like it used to work. Most of the people here use like Bitcoin Beach wallet or Strike or other wallets that you can't send to your bank. So this governmental wallet give you the chance to do that. But right now there's another brand, really good brand, that it's called Dito Banks. They what they do is that
Okay.
you download the app, right? You have two accounts, like with Strike. You have US dollars and you have Bitcoin, right? But this app,
Yeah.
what also gives you, it's another uh, part of the app where you have, and they give you a Mastercard, debit card, right? That inside of the app you can send your Bitcoin. You need to, if you have Bitcoin, you need to put it in dollars, right, USD, and then you can send it to your card, right? So this
Mhm.
is fixing a lot of issues because here in El Salvador, yeah, Bitcoin is legal tender, but like if you go to San Salvador, you want to pay in any place, they want to set Bitcoin in most of them. It's mostly here
Yeah.
by the coast, right? That needs to change a little bit. It's gonna happen. They're gonna get there, but as for now, there are not much places that they're gonna get your bitcoins. All the governmental things, you want to pay taxes, if you want to buy property, you can do it with Bitcoin. That you can do. But in commerce, like daily commerce, they don't accept that much, right? But what this app fixed, sorry, is that they give you a card, and if you have Bitcoin and you just have Bitcoin right now and you want to pay, right, you can just send it to your card and pay, because banks are not working together with Bitcoin yet. So it's complicated, right? If you want to buy Bitcoin, you have ATMs here in El Salvador in some of the areas that you can go and you can sell your Bitcoin and they're going to give you dollars, or you can buy Bitcoin, right? And you put the dollars and going to take it for you, right? So you have both opportunities. That's also good. You don't have to get to an app and go and buy directly with your credit card. You can do it directly in an ATM.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I wonder how that works in the back end with in regards to how much liquidity that card would then have. Because say like I don't know, you wanted to purchase like a larger item, like say like a car or something. Would you be able to send that amount, and would it be able to get cleared and then swap directly, so you could just purchase it with the card, or what's the limitations of that?
Like I think that if you want to withdraw, because also you can go to certain ATMs with the card to withdraw
Mm,
dollars, right? So
yeah,
that's also really good. But if you wanna put your Bitcoin, you wanna buy a card, it depends. Not all the places that sells you card can use like a credit card, right? Most of the time it's a certified check by the bank, right? Or a wire transfer directly to your account, right? So it depends of the place. But if you want to go and buy like a TV, a home theater, if you want to go and spend $5,000 worth in Bitcoin with your card, you can do it. You don't have like a max amount of money that you can put into your card, right? So you can just put all of your savings and cash out from Bitcoin, right? If no one would like to do that, right? If someone wanted, you can just do that. Charge the card and it's a Mastercard. So that's pretty impressive because sometimes, like, they used to pay me with Bitcoin, my salary, right? When
Yeah.
I'm working right now, right? But for me, sometimes it was hard because I needed to pay other things that they didn't accept Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm part of the circular economy of Bitcoin. I earn it, I use it, and I spend it, right?
Hmm.
So that's not a that I'm part of the circular economy. I'm making this go way better, right? But um, like you can use the card, you can spend your Bitcoin, and 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 that's the good thing about here, but not in all of their places.
Yeah. And you said the card is it's a Visa and Mastercard, or is it?
No, it's just a Mastercard.
Oh, it's a Mastercard. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
just a
it's
master.
pretty cool. And
It's
okay,
cool.
so if because I know you're very very familiar with the real estate market, and
Yeah.
for someone that's listening to this that is thinking about going to El Salvador, and then they want to hyper Bitcoinize, and they want to just be part of that Bitcoin circular type of economy, and they want to purchase real estate with their Bitcoin. How would they go about doing that? Like, what would be these steps for them to come to immigrate, to then get the bank account, to then be able to then hyper Bitcoinize, and then also buy real estate, and then we could get to where the good real estate locations at in El Salvador too as well.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, I work at Good Life El Salvador. We're a real estate agency, and we work really close with Bitcoin. We are established in Playa El Sonte in Bitcoin Beach, right? So we're where everything is happening. And if you want to come, if you want to spend your Bitcoin, if you want to get real estate here in El Salvador, it's really easy for you. And right now is the perfect time because Bitcoin is really high, right? And also it's a
Yeah.
perfect time because here in El Salvador there's still some chance to get really good properties, right? It's been a boom lately for the past years. Prices are going up, but there's still enough opportunities. There's still an opportunity for you to come to put your business to come and live in here. Right now, the good thing is for all the visitors that we have, they have 6 months that they can be in the country. After that, just gotta get out from the CA4, that is Central America. You can go to Mexico, and then you can come back and you have another 6 months, or you can apply for residency, right? We us as a company, we can help you also with residency. We are also a consulting agency. We have our lawyers. We like to be called your local API. We can connect you with everyone around here, and we have a big group of professionals that we work with together, alliance with other brokers, right? We have a big group of people that we work with, a really good networking, and if you want to come and spend your Bitcoin, of course, we can help you. There are some people that they accept Bitcoin directly for their property. If not, we have some other companies that we work with too that they have exchange at a fair fee, fair rate, and you can pay with your Bitcoin if the seller doesn't want to receive it. So there's still a chance for you to buy it. Even sometimes you can just also just make the change from Bitcoin to dollars with the same exchange, and then you can use it to buy a property if you want to buy a car, if you want any other thing, right? The only document that you need if you're a foreigner, right? If you're not Salvadorian, the only document that you need is your tax identification number. In Spanish, it's called NIT, N-I-T, that it's Número de Identificación Tributaria. This document is super easy to get it. We can help you to get it. Also, it's in the Treasury office. It's just like $2. You gotta get a copy of your passport, local address that can be your Airbnb, your if you have a house in here, or any address like your hotel. Also, you can use it, and a local phone number, right? With that, you already get your tax identification number. That's a document that you don't need to renew it ever. If you don't use it, you don't have to make any type of payment. You don't have any type of um, you are not like punished if you don't use it or you just have it. You can just put it on your desk and use it whenever you want to buy property, right? So that's the only thing that you need here in El Salvador. It's easy to get it, and then comparing to other countries, if you are a foreign, you can buy properties in any part of El Salvador. It can be front beach, it can be up in the hill, it can be near the mountain, it can be up to the side of a volcano. Also, if you like that, like motion, right? And
Yeah.
yes, you can just come here to invest. We invite a lot of people to come. We need that. And like I told you, there's a lot of people coming. Most of Bitcoins are brilliant minds, brilliant people that we really love them to come to El Salvador, because this is going to help us grow and be best a better country right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing, man. And so I have another question then too is, so say for instance in this hypothetical, I'm a person that very interested in going to El Salvador and I want to use your service. How long do you think it would take to get the residency, and two, then the bank account, and to get situated? Like, what's the average time frame do you think that it would take for those things? I know you have a 6 month time frame where you could be in the country and then you could just like fly to another country and come back. But
Yeah.
what would be the time frame estimated, do you think it would take to get the bank account, to then get the residency, and to get situated with at least a rental property before you go ahead and buy? Because probably usually they would want to get a rental first. Maybe
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys help with that too as well, and if you just walk me through that.
Yes, we can help you with all the process. That's not a problem. Like I told you, we have our lawyers. They are specialized in this residency. Also, we have other people that can help you for sure. That's not a problem. And residency takes temporary residency. They can give you really quick, like in a couple of months, like temporary. If you want like a
Mm-hmm.
more permanent, right? Like it can be. I think it's around 10 years, depends of the type of residency, but you need to live at for 4 consecutive years, at least 6 months per year in El Salvador, right, to get the residency. Yeah. That's, you can do it. That's not that hard, right? And we can help you with the whole process. Right now there's a offer from the government that, I don't know if you have heard about it, that if you donate $1 million in Bitcoin, you can get
Mm-hmm.
your DUI, that is your ID, and you can get your passport instantly. This is a donation for the country, right? For investment, they're gonna make investment in the whole country, right? That's an injection to the
Mm-hmm.
economy, and people can be part of that. There's a couple of more people right now that are doing it that way. So that's another chance that this is completely new, right? This is part of some of the things that the government is proposing, because they want people to come, they want people to invest, they want everyone to come and know El Salvador, because the thing is that there was a time where anyone wanted to come in here because it was dangerous, because we had gangs. Right now everything is completely clean up, you can be at any place. Also gangs, yeah, they affect a lot the country, right? But they didn't affect tourism areas, they didn't affect any tourism that was tourist that was here at the moment. But people were afraid of coming to the country, right? And right
Yeah.
now that we don't have that, we just need people to come. And I know, man, and I promise that 50% of the people, they won't leave, because we're in a paradise. It's beautiful. It's, look where I am, my friend.
Oh wow, that looks amazing. That
Right?
looks amazing, man.
I'm
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Bitcoin. I'm at Bitcoin Beach right now.
yeah.
I'm at El Sonte. I'm at a hotel, an
Mm-hmm.
amazing hotel called Palo Verde. We have the big
Mm-hmm.
meetups in here that we organize every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we have a Bitcoin meetup. So if there's someone around here that would like to attend, more than welcome. When you want to come, it's these Bitcoin meetups are every the last Friday of every month. It's gonna be tomorrow, right? Because there's just
Mm-hmm.
29 days. But yeah, this hotel is beautiful. Palo Verde. The restaurant is called Nantal, and it's just
Yeah.
amazing. I love to come here to work a little bit, check the waves, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
live the life, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, man. And what about the bank account? So how
Oh,
quickly
sorry.
do you think someone will be able to get then also a bank account to start
Yeah.
enjoying the hyper Bitcoinization circular type of economy as quickly as possible and be able to move around freely and
Yeah.
spend?
Okay, for a bank account, doesn't take that much. What we always recommend, and it's gonna be easier for you guys, that if you want to open a bank account, you need to give it a reason, right? If you're working on the residency,
Mm,
that's good, right? That's a good reason, because you need to move your money in here. Banks, they want you to send your money to them. right? That they want that, but not all the banks are right now opening to foreign people. You can still do it. What we have done sometimes is that we open a bank account if someone wants to buy a property, right, and they want to send the money. It's better a wire transfer from here directly from local bank that sometimes a wire transfer from other country, because it can take time and it can get a big fees. You know, banks, right? So it can be
Hmm.
big fees, but it's not impossible. You can open a bank account. That's not that hard. You can do it in less than a week, right? But it's always
Yeah.
good for them to know that you're gonna be around, that you wanna like live in here, or you wanna invest, or you wanna buy something, because that's the reason that you wanna have a bank account here in El Salvador, mostly, right?
Hmm.
And also, if you're from the states, there's right now it's a law, a money laundering law, a new law that they need
Yeah.
to refer to the United States if you open a bank account in here. So you gotta provide all your documents from the states also, right, and let them know, and they're gonna report it, because that's something for sure you gotta do. And
Yeah.
also, financing right now, it's complicated. I'm gonna be honest, it's not easy, it's not impossible, but it's always good. It's easier for, if you want to get finance for anything, it's easier if you um, put at least 50% of the payment from your wallet, like cash. It's easier if you do that, so you can ask for financing for the last 50, so the risk is zero to the bank, right? And also, another way that you can do it is for something already built. If you want to buy
Yeah.
land and you want to ask for financing, it's going to be hard because valuations are really low right now. Like appraisals for houses are going low because people is like inflating some of the prices, and they can tell you, yeah, I want 500. Yeah, but the appraisal is 350. I want 500, right? You can't do anything
Yeah.
about it. And the bank is just gonna get you the 75% of the appraisal, right? So it's better if you want to come prepare in that way. Doing it that way, you can try to get it. It's easier, but that's other thing that we can definitely help you. We have some people with the banks that they've been helping us, and that's amazing. But it's hard. It's
Hmm.
not easy. It takes time.
Yeah, makes sense. So is that the bank, is that separate from the other service with the Mastercard where you can swap?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah. It's
separate
separate
service,
service.
right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
and
yes.
that one's called Dito,
Dito Banks, Banx,
B A
Bitto.
B
Let
I T
me,
T O. Okay, Bito.
yeah, let me show you right now. There's a,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
No, sorry. Let me. It's called, yeah. It's Bito wallet. That's how the app is
Okay.
called. Wallet. Yeah.
Okay. DITO wallet.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly.
Okay. And I also heard that when you're in the process of trying to get a residency, the government actually, or a governmental member actually comes to your actual house and inspects the house or make sure that you're there, or something like this. Something.
For the
uh,
residency,
Yeah.
like if you go out from the country, it's gonna be on your record, right? So, and if you
Yeah.
stay
No.
there, it's gonna be on your record. But I can't guarantee that. I'd be lying to you. I don't know if they go, if they certify that, if they. I'm not sure.
Okay. No. No. I was told that, or I saw something online that I guess while people were in the process of getting the residency, that was like something that the government just did, like in the process of getting it, not actually having it, but they actually will like come to your house and like visit you. I don't know if you know anything about that.
It it might be, but I'm not sure. I'll be lying, my friend. I haven't heard that.
Okay. And Bitcoin Beach is in El Zonte, right?
Bitcoin Beach is El Sonte, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. El Sonte is divided by two. It's separated by the river, right?
Hmm.
It's, yeah, El Sonte Beach. It's Bitcoin Beach, or also known because of that. Here's where everything began here in El Salvador. This is here. This project is why the government took it as an example. and
Hmm.
they made that a couple of years later because it was working around here. Like I told you, a lot of visitors, a lot of people coming, tourism growing, investors coming, a lot of investors coming. I received a lot of people in the hotel that were coming, that were checking around, seeing what they can do, and some people that are living around here. Some people stayed, investors stayed, and right now there's a big group of when I say here, it's around all this area, right? Around all the coast, there's a big group of expats also living here, like nomads, digital nomads around this area. So it's an amazing vibe. When we have the meetups, it's amazing. It's people from all over the world learning from everyone.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing, man. And how far is that away from the airport?
45 minutes around. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
okay,
close.
okay.
And you are like
Yeah,
35 minutes from San Salvador. So it's really close place. And all the surroundings, it's beautiful. You have mountains in the back. We are the tropics, right? Where jungle meets the ocean and it's amazing. It's really beautiful. I can guarantee people need to come here. Right now we're in the hot season, summer, and up to
yeah,
April. April is the hottest season. And then in May we begin to have a couple of rains, but the rainy season is September. Right? So everything is greener in that season. Right now, everything is beginning to get like I don't know, kind of yellowish, getting dried. But then the change with the first couple of rains, it's impressive, and that's something that I really love.
yeah. Sounds, man. I cannot wait to come visit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're
Like,
always
you just get
welcome.
me pumped up.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be here. We're gonna be here. I promise you. In this place.
yeah. I know you guys are doing like these sort of real estate tours to showcase the different locations. Is it just on the coast, or what areas do you mainly focus on for the real estate tours, and how much do they cost?
Okay, the real estate tour it's $150. It's a whole morning that we take. We go and we pick you up to your hotel. We I make the tours, right? I take you there and we pick you up. And what we do is we focus in different areas. It depends. If you want something around here, La Libertad and Bitcoin Beach, we give you a tour in this area. Everything is planned and everything is organized depending on your interest. If you wanna go to the west of El Salvador, the west coast of this area, or the east coast, because for you to know also our sea, the ocean, it's on our south because we
Hmm.
are in Central America and it goes like this, right? So it goes to our
Yeah,
south. So if you want to go to
yeah,
a different side, if you want to go to Central San Salvador, if you're looking for a home, I don't know, in near the volcano, like in any place. If you like send us an email or you contact us through WhatsApp, then you can just tell us, oh, hey, I'm interested in this area or I want something with these characteristics, and we can get different properties for you. We arrange a tour. We go and check for you surroundings. What we concentrate mostly is like right land, houses, business opportunity. If you're looking for business opportunity, gated communities because we have a lot of gated communities. That's really common here in El Salvador. Most of the people
yeah,
live inside of communities because you have security, you have an HOA, they take care of the gardens from outside, and you live in a really nice place. But we can concentrate on anything. We've had clients that they wanted to come and they wanted to be with a dentist that the best dentist of El Salvador. Boom, we sent we went to our client, we show him around, we took him to the dentist. Some other client they want their best nail salons for their girlfriend, we took them there, right? Some other people want to be near health centers, we take them there. Depends on what you're looking for, depends what you like. Some people like to surf and we take them to different surf areas. So we can adapt to your needs, right? And we can help you with all of your interests that you have, and find something, find your perfect place, find you a home, find you a good investment. We can show you future areas for development. This is just beginning, like I told you, and things are changing really fast and it's getting expanded. And right now what people know are the most touristic areas, but we have amazing other beach towns completely different from this area, and it's beautiful. We have a lot of diversity, and we're a small country, but our coast it's really nice and it's beautiful. So like I told you, it depends of where you want to go. The basic tour that is here in the coast of La Libertad, it's $150 for two persons. right? We can begin at 9 a.m. and we can finish 2 p.m. We can stop for lunch if you like, we can just continue and check for all the properties, and then we can adapt for your needs, right? And we can do a tour. We have another service that if we hunt for properties, if you tell me, hey, I want a cliff property with this size and these requirements, and we have a fee for that, we can do it for a month, 2 months, and we go and we concentrate exactly on you, right? Um,
Hmm.
we go, we put our team to look. We go because here in El Salvador, it's not like in the States that you have like an online listing for all the houses that are for sale. Here in El Salvador, you need to hustle, my friend. You need to go knock some doors, talk with the people, talk with the caretaker, go and call. So, like, I don't know, you got to do a lot of things to get properties around this area. So we do that,
Yeah.
and we focus mainly on you, and we get you the property that you're looking for. We're gonna be extremely honest with you from the beginning, right? Because there's people that they like in some places in the United States, people it's really used to having like a big piece of land and their house, so
Yeah.
they can't see the neighbors, they can't hear them, you don't even know them. Here in El Salvador, we're
Yeah.
a smaller country, you need to know that, right? So if you're looking for a place, if you want like a lot of acres, it can be we can find it in far away places, right? But if you want more in central areas, it can be harder, right? But we're gonna be extremely honest. We're gonna have like a first introduction call to get to know each other, and depending on that, we can help you with your needs, my friend.
Hey bro, I'm just trolling is something that will not just challenge your perspective, but also touch your heart and soul. It's a book that defies convention, blending art and literature into a thought provoking masterpiece. A reflective piece of provocative art that tackles societal constructs from angles you've never considered. Hey bro, I'm just trolling delves into the very essence of our existence. It questions the technology that surrounds us, challenges our notions of beauty, stares unflinchingly into the eyes of death, and questions the boundaries of freedom. It scrutinized the educational system that molds our very future. This book is a journey, an exploration of shared human experience, and it's a work of art that refuses to be confined by tradition. It's a canvas painted with words, a melody of thought, and a testament to the power of creativity in a world dominated by algorithms and data. Visit moonboycapitalventures.com and get your hands on Hey Bro, I'm Just Trolling today. It's not just a book, it's a movement. Now let's jump back into the show.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome, man. I'm happy to hear that. And also, what about because you talked about the gated communities. Is that a common thing? How's the safety aspect of El Salvador? Is it why are people having the gated communities? I know Bukele is doing a lot of work
Yeah.
to
No,
rid the
right now
country of
you
that.
don't. Right now you don't need them, right? It's just some people like to be feel part of a community, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And some other are I'm just gonna be honest. Some of them give you a status, right? Some of them can be like a nicer, but talking about security, like nothing's gonna happen. There were parts that were controlled by gangs, but right now it's everything is clean. You can just go there, nothing's gonna happen. It's super safe. I've seen a lot of tourists and a lot of people walking on the streets late night, nothing bad happened. Like people, bad people is afraid right now. They don't want to be seen. They don't want people to know where they are, everything, or they are all already in jail, right? So it's super safe. You most of people that they live here right now, they leave their houses open. They really feel like completely safe to be really honest. And yeah, that's how it is right now. It used to be really bad, but in some areas, like in any country, if you go to the states, in some streets you might never go back, right? And
yeah,
that's what used to happen in here, but right now you don't have not even those places.
yeah. Absolutely. Okay, that's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. And also, what about because if you say you choose to then not buy real estate in the more hot spots like El Zante or San Salvador, and you want to buy more maybe on the outskirts somewhere else, how cheaper and percentage wise does it get for you to buy like a real estate property versus if you're buying somewhere in the center and more in the more hot spots? Like, is it 10%, 20% cheaper, 30% cheaper? Yeah, let me know.
It can be 20, 30, 50. The issue right now is that they are putting their own prices. So it's hard to fight against that. When
Yeah.
people think that their house is worth a million, it's not worth a million. But it's not for not everyone. There are still a lot of areas that you can find land. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
30, $50,000, like a big piece of land. Lower than
Mm-hmm.
that, it's hard. I'm gonna be really honest. 20 years ago, you could buy like an acre for less than $5,000, right? But 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
right now,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest. It's a country that is growing. It's a country that has a bright future, and it's a country that it's getting a lot of development. So people want to come. People want to buy real estate. People want to be part of this change. And yeah,
Yeah.
you can find cheaper places if you go to other areas. But I think there are a place for everyone. Some people they want in the countryside. You can find cheaper places in the countryside if you are not that close to tourism areas, right? You can still find. We have a lot of farms, coffee farms. We are a coffee country, and there's still a lot of farms. Some of them right now they're renewing them, doing Airbnbs, and I don't know. Airbnb is growing. That business also it's super good here in El Salvador. A big income, a lot of visitors, a lot of people that right now can go outside, and it's not just in the coast. It's going all over the country, right? That they can just go outside and nothing's gonna happen, right? You can still
Mm-hmm.
find affordable land, right? But you don't need to you don't need to look for something near a tourism area because, as you see, that's growing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, would you say is it better to buy the land and then build on top of it? Would that be a cheaper option for somebody maybe not trying to spend 400 or $500,000, maybe trying to spend maybe anywhere from like 100, $200,000? Do you think that would be a better option?
It depends. Like it depends. Like what I would recommend, and that's because I work there, is to for you to know some local people, right? Like if you wanna build something that is not gonna take forever, you need a good recommendation. Sometimes we have a saying in Spanish is that if you go for something cheaper, it's gonna be bad, right? If you
Yeah,
trust, yeah, lo barato sale caro, right? When you go for something cheaper, it's gonna cost you, right? So
yeah,
when you get and someone advise you and someone introduce you or recommend you, give a referral from a
yeah,
good place like a good company. I wouldn't say us, but okay, yeah, us, right? But I'm not just talking about us. I'm talking in general. I'm talking about there's a lot of people that they want to come and they say I can do it myself, and they can have a hard time, right? But if you go
yeah,
with a good company that they have a good projects, a good name, you go for something more secure. It can be really easy. It can be amazing. You can get a land and you can buy. But a lot of people they have a bad perspective for when they build. Everyone thinks that it's a headache, and it can be if you go from a really cheap option, right? And it can be amazing if you have someone prepared, someone that is good doing their job. It's gonna be way easier,
so do you
and
have
it's less.
connections to make it do you have connections to make it easier for people to buy land and then build on top of it? Do you know those construction connections?
Yes, yeah, okay. What I'm um, it's better for you if you have someone. There's a lot of like in any area. It's better for you to have like a good recommendation because maybe you can pay too much for a land that for you might be cheap, but for the real prices might not that cheap, right? So always for you to have like a broker, but someone that you can prove their existence, that you can prove that how they work, right? That they can provide you a good service, and also for a construction, if you go with a company, because here in El Salvador there's a lot of construction workers. That's easy to get, and good people, really good and professional people. But if you have a
Yeah.
company that back up that can give you renderings, that can give you design from the interiors, that can give you everything, all the information that you need for a construction. Those are professional people. But you can get a builder and you can say, hey, okay, so I want this house and I want this like this, and they're gonna do it, right? But they might take too long to do it, right? They might take their time. But if I
What's
think
too
like if
long?
the thing is that okay, here in El Salvador also we have summer all year long. We just have a rainy season and it mostly rain at night here in the coast, right? So
Yeah.
you can build for the whole year. And I've seen buildings, 6, 7 story buildings being
Mhm.
built in a year, right? So that
Wow.
a house you can build it, like if you have workers work like a good group, someone professional, you have all the permits, you have everything. In 6 months you can have a house, or a
Wow.
little bit more like a year late, but later, right? But you need to work with the right people. I think that happens in every country, right? In every part, you can get really cheap things that can cost you more, and but we always would recommend you to get like assistance from someone local, right? Someone that you may trust, because we want you, we want for all the visitors, we want all the people that come here to have an easy life, to get not complicated. But sometimes when you talk with people that came 5 years ago, they are like, "Oh yeah, it was a mess. They charged me more money. They took forever. You need to be on top of them the whole day." And yeah, yeah, I believe you. That's gonna happen for sure, right? But if you have someone professional working on that, like a really construction company, an architect's company, you are good, my friend. You can have an amazing, beautiful house that you're gonna pay quarter of the price that you're gonna pay in states to build it. But it's also you can find amazing houses really affordable with the prices on the market that we have right now.
Because some of the prices you was telling me, because we talked earlier, I was like, man, this is like stateside prices. Like you were saying, like, dude, you can't get nothing really like under a quarter million. And I was like, well, the states right now is like anywhere from like a quarter million to like 450 to 500,000. Most in most areas, most like medium, like mid income level areas.
Yeah,
It's like around that.
you
So that's
can
why I'm like, well,
you
that's
can get
it's
a
the
house for
same.
a quarter million, but it depends where. Because what I like when mentioned is right now in tourism areas, it's gonna be really high the price, right? But you can find also amazing places. But you just need to we just need to take our time and look for a property and try to find something beautiful, because also around the coast there are like older constructions that they just need like a painting and it's fine, and you can have like an amazing place, right? It just depends what you're looking for, where you're looking for, right?
Mhm.
And you can make it work. We have some clients that they didn't buy that expensive and they just refurbish, and it's fine, right? But we need to take our time to search for that. It's not something that you're gonna just, hey, yeah, I have 5 of those. that's
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. And so what is it, what is the cost of living in El Salvador for people that want to move there? Do you need, for a single person, do you need like $4,000 a month, $6,000 a month? Like what would you say on average that it would be to live comfortably as just a single person?
Well, that depends a lot. Depends a lot
Hmm.
because depends like if you are not taking into consideration rent, right? If you are just for you to go out to eat, $4,000, it's good. It's good for food, right? You going out like for a month, that's it's good. You can survive with that. That's not an issue, like at all, and without rent, and just like supermarket, going out, couple of beers if you like, right? Or I don't know, doing other things around. It's like $400. It's fine. If you're in tourism areas, like I'm gonna put some comparisons. You can go to a restaurant and for one plate it can be around $15 to $20, right? If you want it for a beer, you can get it for $2 or 3 or 4, depending where you are. Um, I don't know, public transportation, $1.50, 35 cents, depends on the type of transportation. Ubers can go for 3, 5, $20, no more than that if you're going to near places. If you're going from San Salvador, it might be $30 for an Uber. It's like a half an hour drive down here. And it's affordable. It's affordable. It just depends your taste, like everything, right? If you
Yeah.
have high taste, it's like not gonna be that affordable. But with an with an income like in the States, right? Like if you come in like a digital nomad, I've seen a lot of people that they're renting houses around $2,000, houses for a
Mm,
month, 1,500. Nice house. I'm telling you, a really nice house. Here
yeah.
in the coast, right? Not Front Beach, right? But here in the coast, 1,500, 2,000, and that you're having a great life. You can even have a nanny. You can even have someone help you in the house, and you can pay like $20 a day. The minimum wage is 375 a month for like those type of jobs, and you can have like a really high end life here in El Salvador with an American United States income.
That's
That's
awesome,
for
man.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can have a nice car. You can have everything. Most of digital nomads, people that come here, they have a really beautiful life.
Yeah, that's man. You're creating some FOMO here for me, So I'm just like I'm trying to chill, but
No,
um,
hey, man,
okay,
it's a reality. I promise.
yeah. Um, what about the electricity? Because I heard something. I think because I'm in the El Salvador chat too as well, and I heard something about the electrical cost can be quite high. Is that true?
Yes, my friend, but depends why. Because I've seen a lot of people that's coming here and they want to be with their air conditioner for the whole day.
The American way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But no, here I don't know if you have it for the whole day, you can pay 300, $400 of electricity a month, right? If
Yeah,
you central air conditioner working the whole day, it can be expensive. That's why people feel it like that. But like personally, me, I have air conditioner in my room. I use it every night. Here in the coast, maybe what I can say, 12 hours or 11 hours from the night, right? And
mm,
I can pay less than $100 from electricity because we also here we are used to using gas kitchens. We don't have electric
yeah,
kitchens because that's how it goes up, right? If you don't use like the hair blower, if you don't wash and dry clothes every day, right? It can go really low, right? But if you are using all of these electrical things, right? If you are all day using it, it's gonna go high. That's for sure.
yeah. It makes absolute sense, man. What about the garbage? Like, is there like a systems in place for that
Yeah,
too as well? Like, if you're trying to take out garbage, how does that work?
yeah. It's a garbage collection, recollection for any municipality, right? They
Mhm.
go all the streets. They go to gated communities. They get the trash, get it out. Also, like in gated communities, you have your trash, and they just go pick it up from outside, and yeah, you have a garbage collection. That's not a problem. Also, other things that you need to know. We don't have a property tax, so if you buy a property, it's
Oh
yours.
wow,
Oh wow, yeah. If you buy a property, it's yours.
no, that is,
Yeah.
dude. I'm about to book my ticket maybe earlier than expected.
You should.
You
You
started to create
should.
this FOMO, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a property tax, so yeah,
yeah.
is the property is yours, my friend. You don't need to be paying anyone else just by living in there, right? And
Is there rental
also,
income tax?
sorry.
Is there rental income tax? Like, if you're going to use the property as an investment property and you're collecting rental income, do you have to pay then
If
taxes on rental income?
if you use it as a like an Airbnb or like for tourism, there's a tourism tax that is a 5%, right? That you can pay, but it depends where your Airbnb account is linked. Because if it's linked to the states, the money is not coming inside the country, right? So you
Mm,
wouldn't have to pay tax in here because you would need to pay it in the states,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That could be, but if you want to have an hotel, it's the 5%, and also like if you want to buy property, the tax that you pay is the only is the transfer tax just to put the property under your name, and it's the 3% that goes above $29,000. right? So if you
Mm,
buy a property from $30,000, you're gonna pay the 3% from $1,000,
got it.
right? Everything that goes
Wow.
above 29, it's 500 and something, right? But
Mm,
like $29,000, and that's the property tax. And then you have that's sorry, that's not the property tax. That's the um, transfer tax. And then you
yeah.
have a registration tax that is 60 cents for every $100 that are in the price of the property. Just just for you to have
Okay.
an idea. For every $100, it's 60 cents.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's the
And you pay that.
registration.
Oh, that's just the registration. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, registration. The transfer is the 3% above
Yeah.
29,000. That's the transfer
Yeah.
tax. The registration is this other, and some legal fees that you will need to pay, but they're not gonna be. Sometimes it's a percentage, right, of the amount of the property, like 1%, or it can be just something already fixed, like a price that they're gonna give you. That is not gonna. I don't know. I don't know. It won't be higher than $5,000, right? Just for you
Yeah.
to have an idea, the expenses that you need to have when you come in and buying property here in El Salvador.
Is there anything that you would need to be aware of when buying property in El Salvador? Because I know some countries they can do something shady, like you maybe owed some kind of debt that was basically based off of the owner of the house, and then that debt gets then transferred to you when you then buy the house, or maybe like that used to be owned by a gang member. Or is there anything that's fishy that you need to be worried about, or are you guys taking care of that, or is there anything that you need to check on before like you try to buy real estate?
If you work with us, you don't have to worry about anything, my friend. Anything. We got everything covered up. We have our lawyers that they do the whole due diligence. There's a document that you can ask in the National Registration Center. That is where
Mm,
you register all the properties, commerce, and well, it's a big governmental office. And in there, we do all the due diligence. There's this document that is called Certificaciones Extractada. It's like an
mm,
extracted certification where it mentions if it has a mortgage, who's the owner, if it has any issue, if it has anything. And then we go, we check the deed, we check the past deeds, we check the plans, we check everything. You don't have to worry about nothing at the moment. We're gonna check everything, and if it's good to go, we're gonna tell you the lawyer is gonna give you their review. It's gonna tell you, hey, let's move on because this is clean, right? And they check everything because also you need to have a solvency from the municipality, and you need to have a
mm.
solvency from the treasury office. If the seller don't have these solvencies, that means that they don't own anything to a bank, that they don't know anything to the government, that they don't know anything to the municipality, then you are free to go and you can sell the property. If you don't have any of those documents, you can't sell the property.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. And because another thing I wanted to ask you too as well, because you've seen, because how long have you been living in El Salvador?
How long?
How long have you been living in El Salvador?
My whole life. I was born and raised here in El Salvador, and I used to live in San Salvador, and I came here to the coast 2.5 years ago.
And so I just wanted, can you just walk me through kind of the transformation that you've seen over the past few years since Bukele took over, and how was it like before versus like how is it now? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, I think that the areas that they have made more work are tourism areas, right? You
Yeah.
can see that they're doing a lot of investment, a lot of people is coming. They are getting rid of a lot of the bureaucracy for getting your documents, like your tax identification number, and to get your license, to do a lot of things. Right now, they're making all the process easier and less complicated. Um, Also, like security, I think that the gangs issue is the biggest thing because that was like a train, right? And right now that this train is moving, is
Mm,
making everything move, right? It's making tourism grow, investment grow, things are changing. Like we're still an undeveloped country. We'll still need some work on the education and schools. There's a lot of work to do. We are not yet the perfect country, right? But there are other areas, investment and other strategies that they're doing for the economy that it's helpful, right? But we're in a process. This is a process. You can't change a country from one day to another, right? But the changes that you can see is safeness. You feel really safe, and that's, I don't know, that's everything for me, right? That makes everything work better, even people happier.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. It's good to see the transformation that's happened in El Salvador, man. I'm super excited. And I also wanted to ask you, what about the driver's license aspect too, as well? Because I have actually a EU license. So I was wondering, does that transfer then over there, or how does that work? Am I able to drive there?
You have 90 days to drive here, right?
And
90
then what?
days that you can use your United States license, and then you need to go and get your license, man. Right? Or you can go to the States and then come back and you have another 90 days.
Okay, what about the international? I know there's like an international driver's license that you can get, but I guess that's only like good for like 6 months.
I've heard about that, but I would be lying to you. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
I'm
actually
gonna
have to
get you
do
that
another.
information.
Yeah, please, God. Like, I gotta get a whole other do a driver test again, and do the. I don't want to do the exam, man. I'm at
But
17 again, you know.
yeah, but it's
Yeah,
it's not that hard, my friend. It's like a bicycle, right?
yeah,
You just go in again, and
yeah,
oh yeah, these traffic lights and this. I don't like studying, but you just need to study a little bit, and then you go. I've been renewing
yeah.
mine, and I've just renewed once that they it was like instantaneously. But I don't remember doing a test. I remember that they made a like an eye exam, the vision exam, and
Mhm.
and just that, right? To renew it right now, I would be lying. I don't know if it's easier. I think that it might be easier for you to get, right? If you already have one, but I think that they need to be tougher with the people that are arriving.
How much is it? How much does it cost typically? Is it like the states, like $50 or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, something like $50. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, that's good
Yeah,
because
not that much.
I used to live in Germany, man, and the driver's license there are like $2,000,
That because
something like
that's a
that.
privilege, and when you have an amazing public transportation, that should be a privilege, right? Because we have a
Yeah,
lot of traffic, my friend. If you go to San Salvador, I'm gonna be honest with everyone, it's a lot of traffic
yeah,
lately, even more. And because what happens is that San Salvador, there's all the jobs are in there, so there's a lot of people that commute to San Salvador. So what happens?
yeah,
It just get packed, and when they are entering San Salvador, a lot of traffic. When they are leaving San Salvador, a lot of traffic. So yeah, man, it should be a privilege. But if you have amazing public transportation like Germany, you don't need to
yeah.
drive.
How is the public transportation there? Is it bad? Is everyone using Uber or just driving themselves, or how are they getting around usually? Like as a foreigner.
You have buses. You can use the bus. They are not bad, right? They have two type of buses: the micro buses that most of the time they have air
Mm,
conditioner. There are smaller. Those are around $1.50, 50 cents sometimes depends the location. And then we have the chicken buses. They are famously known as these that are the big, big, colorful, like these Mexican buses, completely colorful, that they can charge
mm,
you a quarter or 35 cents, depends where you're going. And that what you can use is not
yeah,
like super like new or a lot of technology is not sometimes they cannot be that clean. It happens, my friend. It happens. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, and that's why a lot of people have their cars or a lot of motorcycles too, right?
yeah,
But that's something that also they need to improve. I think that that can change a lot because El Salvador it's a volcanic country. We have a lot of hills, a lot of uh, we don't have like too much flat surfaces. So
Yeah.
walking is it's tired. It's tiring, and it's sometimes it gets really hot. So you can be sweating and walking, and that's why a lot of people they use public transportation or their own cars. Cars are not that expensive too. You can buy really cheap cars. There's a lot of people that they import cars, crash cars, and they can resell it in here. So that sometimes we have a lot of traffic too because they bring a flooded car, they just fix it and sell it. So be
Yeah.
careful where you buy a car. That's also
Okay, that's another thing to keep in mind then too. So, what about the leasing of a car? How's that?
no, that doesn't exist in here. Depends. Some people get that if like they work in transportation, so they get the list of 2024 Hyundai Ace and like no Toyota Hiace and yeah. But if you want to go and lease a car, that's not gonna happen. No.
And what about the gas prices? Are they is it like similar to the states or how's it?
Depends where you are in the states, but here right now it's around $4 the gallon,
Okay,
right? And 4 4 20 something like that. Sometimes it goes to 350, 375. Then it can go up to 4 4 20. Like uh, it vary a lot. Sometimes it change every Tuesday change, or there's like an update like okay 10 seconds down, 15 seconds up, cents sorry, cents up, cents
yeah.
down, and it's like that. It changes. It vary a lot.
So okay, so El Salvador is mainly it's better if you're an American, obviously, then you're making different types of income. But what if you're someone that's like in like a Colombia or I don't know
In
in the
Latin
Eastern
America,
Europe or something like that, yeah,
in
or
other
Latin
parts,
America or somewhere else? It's
it's the
probably not the
same.
place then.
It's
No, in
it.
terms of pricing, it's the same.
Sorry.
Like I was just wondering if would you be able to, let's say you're a Colombian and you're thinking about moving to El Salvador, would you be
Yeah.
able to survive on I don't know a smaller salary like a 1K
Yeah.
per month salary or something like that? Is that a possibility, or is it more for like the I don't want to say I'll use the word privileged, but
Yeah.
more for is it more comfortable to live there as like a Westerner making Western salary versus like someone making like a 1K per month salary, or can they also go there and also get the hyper and also live comfortably or decent there on like 1K or 1.5K? Because I also want them to also be able to maybe get opportunity
No,
to come to El Salvador too and enjoy it.
of course, and
Yeah,
everyone is welcome, like I told you. But just to give you an idea, right? The minimum wage it's 375, around that, and people survive. It's really low, but
yeah,
they manage to survive. So you if you have an income near to that, you're not gonna die. Like I told you, depends on your interest, depends what you like, depends where you're living, depends on your rent. If you are paying a mortgage, if you like, there's a lot of things, but you can survive. It depends if you have a family, if you're on your own. It can be 400, 500, 700. I that's mainly the only example that I can tell you. It's really low, but also depends of your lifestyle.
so would you say then that somebody that is making that maybe they could maybe move remotely or they're doing some kind of online business and they're not making so much money, are they also going to be or are they going to be priced out? I'm just wondering if for the lower
Yeah,
income people
I
that
think
that are
it's.
also watching this,
I think
will
that
they be able to get in?
it can be hard, right? It
Yeah.
can be hard. I've had some people that say, "Hey, I have $50,000 to invest," and it can be hard to get a place. Another thing, right, is like okay, a rent depends where you live. If you want like a nice kind of area, might go from 800, 600, but less than that. And with 600 you're not like in you can be in a beautiful place, but you won't be near these tourism areas. You won't be near Bitcoin Beach, right? Some rents for a room can go for 800 to 1,000 near that tourism areas. But if you go to San Salvador, you might find a house in a small gated community for $600 a month. Right? So that
Yeah.
give you like an idea. If you go to the supermarket, I don't know, with a couple, you can spend for the month a couple of $100 and a little bit more than that, depending what are you eating, right? If you are not eating like you can live with that. But rents are at around that price. But like I told you, it depends. Like if you go to New York, my friend, and you want to be near in Manhattan, the price
Yeah.
you won't be near, even near. But if you go far away, far away, far away, you can get like a really
Wyoming.
nice. If you go to Wyoming, that I have a
Yeah.
really good friend that he used to live in Wyoming. Right now, he's living in here. That's a
God bless
client.
him.
God bless. Imagine that change, my friend. But
Yeah.
but imagine you can get it. It's also it depends
Yeah.
where you wanna be, because
Yeah.
we're a
Yeah.
small country. But if you wanna be where everything is happening, you need to have a really good income. If you wanna live
Yeah.
in a smaller place, small humble place, you can have an amazing life in there, right? It depends. If you don't wanna have a car, 2024 car, or you wanna
Yeah.
like iPhone 15, like I don't know. You can live your life. There's a lot of people that are doing their lives in here with a lower
Yeah.
income, right? Like you just need to compare. Imagine if the lower wage is that, the middle salary is not that good also, right? But
Yeah.
people
Exactly.
live. They can have their cars. They can go to eat at a restaurant once a month.
Yeah.
You can do your life in here. Like El Salvador is changing. It's getting a lot of development, but it's not different to a lot of other countries, right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. People is getting to know it. It has a beautiful weather. That I think that's also the most important thing. People, man,
Mm.
people is so nice. Salvadorian people, they love to please. They love to help. They love for you to have an amazing reminder of when for your visit of El Salvador, right? Amazing experience, and that's something that why people fall in love with this area, because they treat them well. They have beautiful sunsets. They have beautiful sunrises. Also, you have a lot of things to do, and it's a country that it's beginning their development. And I understand that I'm one of those people that I would love to be part of something that it's beginning, right? To when I'm older, I can say, hey, I was part of everything that happened in here, right? I saw this place grow day by day. I saw the changes, I saw everything, and that's amazing. And this is a place that for business opportunities, it's even better because we don't have all the businesses that in the states they have in here. We can't have Amazon delivering here. Imagine that,
Mm. Wow.
right? So if you implement something like that, if you have new technologies, if you have new business ideas, like if
Hmm.
you told me I'm gonna put a pizza place in New York, I would tell you what, right? But if you tell me, yeah, I'm gonna put a pizza place in El Salvador, do it.
Yeah.
If you have a good recipe, if you have a good ingredients, if you have a good quality, you're always gonna have people, right? Because
Hmm.
there are commerce, but there are not a lot of commerce, right? So you can come here, you can begin. I have someone that I know that he's from Netherlands that he came. Right now he's
Hmm.
baking bread and he's selling the bread and he's selling all the bread that he bakes, and he's happy. He told me like, have you ever think about beginning your own business? And I'm like, yeah, it might be. Hey, this is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect time. Like I did it and it's going well and everything is working and they live in a nice place here in the coast, and you can do it, right? You just need to come here, because there's a lot of people that they just ask and send me the properties and send me, but yeah, I can send you 10,000 of the perfect cheapest properties. But if you don't come here and you live the experience and you see it by yourself and you like it and you like the surroundings and you like the heat and the humidity and you like the people and you like the money, the currency, you like everything, you can say, hey, I'm moving. But if you are just, I'm thinking on moving, do it. Try to do it, because as much time as you come here, there are thousands of people coming to the airport getting those opportunities, right? And getting
Yeah.
like all the nicest places. So you sure need to come. This is an invite also, and everyone needs to come and just come to know it. Like
Yeah.
flight prices are cheap. I've heard some people that they say, we had some clients in the hotel and it was like, what are you doing here? How do you end here in El Salvador? Just to know. And they were like, I opened the flights, I put my budget, boom, the first flight that I found, the cheapest one, I booked it, and now I'm here. And you are like, perfect. And you love it? Oh, I love it. This is the best place that I have ever been. Blah, blah, blah. I've been in the Bahamas, I've been here, I've been there. You just need to come. You need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to hear, at least, for the little guys out there, they're watching this, that they do have a opportunity. It is somewhat affordable if you're making like 1K per month or whatever. But that's great. I'm happy that you reassured me on that too as well. And how long do you think until El Salvador hyper Bitcoinizes fully?
Oh, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time,
Yeah.
my friend, because when something is new and it's hard to understand, it's gonna take time. And we already make the biggest and hardest step. We already made it. That it's make it a legal tender. Now it's just time, right? To
Yeah.
people understand, to people to use it. Like sometimes my dad, for them, it's hard to use the phone. I can tell there's a lot of people that they get frustrated and why I can't receive calls. Oh yeah, because you are in plane mode. Why this is not ringing? Oh, because it's in silence, right? And how are you going to explain that generation how this works?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take time. Younger
Yeah.
people, new generations, like all the work that Bitcoin Beach is doing right now, that they are going to schools, teaching the kids, teaching professors, teaching all the
Mhm.
teachers from the Ministry of Education, and they are teaching all of them. This is the next generation. They just need to begin to do this. The government and teaching them in the school. No one teach you in the school about a credit. No one teach you in the
Yeah.
school how to spend your money, how to save money, how to use it. What happened? You go out, they give you a credit card, and you're in debt,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely,
And
man.
no one
Yeah.
teaches you that. So when they begin teaching about real economy, right? Don't tell me, oh yeah, the index is going. Now teach me how to use a credit card because I need it. Tell me when I need to pay it. Tell me where's the best time, where I can get a cashback. What? Tell me that how it's used, right?
Exactly.
To improve my economy. If you improve your own economy, man, that's what everyone wants. But if you begin to improve your economy with Bitcoin, people is gonna be grateful. But that's the step you need to take right now.
Alvaro, man, I really appreciate you. This has been an amazing conversation, man. We
It's a
we gotta
pleasure,
do
my
this
friend.
again, dude.
Yeah,
This has been amazing. It's oh
we're gonna
man,
do
I'm
it from
jealous.
here.
I'm
We're
jealous,
gonna do
bro.
it from here. Let me tell you a little
But
bit.
dude, I'm definitely gonna come visit with my business partner. And man, what a view! What a view!
You
And
can be here, my friend. You can be here. You just need to buy your flight. You just need to do it. You just need to call us, and we can get you a home. We can help you with everything you need, residency, everything that you need, my friend. Just let us know.
thank you.
You can go to our webpage. It's goodlifeelsalvador.com. And
Mm,
then you can see properties there. You can send us an email. You can contact us. It's going to be a pleasure to help you guys. If I take a little bit time to answer, I'll do it, but there's a lot of people coming in here, so there's a lot of
yeah.
work, right? But it's a pleasure. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. I've never been like in a podcast or something like that, but I like to talk, my friend. I think that you noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed, man. I noticed, man. I appreciate you, man. And yeah,
It's a
I'm gonna
pleasure.
go, man. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. here, so
Oh man,
yeah.
hey, rest. Have a good night, man.
Yeah. Take care, man. This concludes another great episode of the Mooncast, man. And peace.